TSA is sharing your information with ICE while they're grabbing parents and kids straight out of the endless lines that are still pouring out the door. And once they're arrested, the Trump administration seems to be sending them to unfamiliar countries without even giving them a fair trial in court. You've got the New York Times reporting that TSA agents tipped off ICE agents before an arrest at San Francisco International Airport on Sunday night.
What is your name? Where's your badge number? We need to see your badge number. Show your badge number. I don't know who you are. You could be someone kidnapping her.
Angelina Lopez-Jimenez, who you see in the video with her 9-year-old daughter, she had a deportation order since 2019. And reports say that they were flagged on the flight list, which allowed TSA to tip off ICE agents. But one of the biggest questions is, how were they flagged in the first place? And well, apparently, last year, the Trump administration quietly created a partnership between ICE and TSA, allowing ICE to check and flag TSA air traveler lists for passengers with deportation orders. With a spokesperson for DHS saying, the message to those in the country illegally is clear. The only reason you should be flying is to self-deport home. So you have the former deputy head of the ICE office in New York City saying, the administration has turned routine travel into a force multiplier for removals, potentially identifying thousands who thought they could evade the law simply by boarding a plane. Now, I will say, it is not a new thing for federal entities to have some level of access to airline passenger information, which may be used for national security reasons. But also, allegations at TSA specifically tipping off ICE agents for arrests, it's raised concerns about how much data is actually being shared in these inconspicuous ways. And so Democratic officials have heavily criticized data sharing in this administration, saying that it seemed to be omnipresent under the Trump administration, putting personal information at risk and bypassing due process. And in this particular case, they criticized the administration for using this data to arrest moms and kids instead of the dangerous criminals that we've been told that they're supposed to be focusing on. Also, you've got people concerned that this data sharing and preoccupation with ICE arrests, it could distract from airport security and the effort to cut down on wait time. And with this, you have people like a senior ICE official during the Biden administration also saying that if you have more officers conducting arrests at airports, it puts more strain on the system. Delays and complications may annoy and frighten some travelers. And, as ICE's increased presence at U.S. airports is yet to make a significant change in the wait times, and TSA officials say, it takes months for agents to be fully trained on security checkpoints, this whole incident, it makes you question if the data sharing and the arrests were the real agenda to begin with. And then just adding insult to injury, these ICE arrests are leading to quick, sloppy deportation processes that are violating people's basic rights. Right? Earlier this month, the Federal Appeals Court allowed the Trump administration to resume expedited deportations, which reports say are landing people in unfamiliar countries without even giving them the time to fight back in court. Now, a judge had previously decided that these rush deportations were a violation of migrants' due process rights, leaving them vulnerable to that exact problem. But the policy being used allows migrants to be sent to those countries if authorities, quote, either have credible diplomatic assurances they will not be persecuted or tortured if sent there, or have given migrants as little as 6 hours of notice that they are being sent to such a place. And you have DHS saying that despite these dangers, the appellate court was right to remove the restriction because they must be allowed to execute as lawful authority and remove illegal aliens to a country willing to accept them. But then also, even if that wasn't enough, these expedited deportations are leading to overworked immigration lawyers, especially in Minnesota, where Somalians have been taking a huge hit in the immigration crackdown. In fact, 2 Minnesota legal providers have filed a lawsuit claiming that the administration has been denying Somalians the right to a fair hearing. Right? And they say that the Justice Department has placed Somali nationals on a separate docket and scheduled hearings with little notice, leaving their lawyers with almost no time to prepare proper representation. And Kelsey Hines, who owns Hines Immigration Law, one of the groups that filed the lawsuit, said, this is not about efficiency or docket management, saying this is undeniably targeted policy that singles out one nationality designed to rob them of the due process they are legally guaranteed and to strip their legal teams of the ability to adequately and ethically prepare their cases for hearing. And in fact, while immigration cases can normally take years, reports say that hearings for Somalians that were scheduled to take place as late as 2028, they have been rescheduled with as little as 1 month's notice. And you had Hines saying in a statement that 97% of her Somali client cases have been rapidly advanced in this type of manner, saying that even if she worked 12-hour days, 7 days a week, she would still be 7,000 hours short of the time that she would need to prepare for those cases. So not only is the Trump administration targeting migrants in the airports, but once these arrests are made, they also have basically no time to work with a lawyer to build a case for themselves. And then if they're deported, apparently, there's also no guarantee that they'll actually end up in a country they have any connection to. Oh wow, the only thing longer than the lines at airports that ICE hasn't made a dent in is the list of cases on those immigration lawyers' desks. And then at the same time, ICE is being equipped with more access to data and tools like AI to further this assault on immigration.